Greetings gamers, my name is Dreadscythe from Fallen Angels, and welcome to another episode of To The Point Review. On today's episode, Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, the new addition to Mortal Kombat 11. Joining me again for today's review is my sister Haven.
Hello.
Today, as usual, we're going to give you some positives, some negatives, and some closing thoughts. So without further ado, here we go. So first of all, we found the story to be absolutely amazing. We were worried that it'd be a little short, but overall it was good.
Yeah, the story was interesting, and it wasn't short in my opinion. There's a lot of twists and
Yeah, but
turns.
if you remember, we were kind of worried halfway through it that it was just gonna end.
Yeah,
but they actually managed to add a lot of twists and turns which kept the story going.
Yeah.
I think that they were more focused on quality of the story than the length of it.
Yeah, that is true. And I just need to mention it. The graphics is amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no joke.
Skin and every small details in it. It's like really realistic.
Oh yeah, there were even shots with the reflection in the eye.
Yeah,
which they even caught that amazingly.
They did an amazing job of that.
Also, the characters, the dialogue, the voice acting,
Yeah.
especially with Shang Tsung. I enjoyed Shang Tsung
Yeah.
so much. He's just a very well-made character.
Oh, yeah, he is, and yeah.
Yeah, next on the list we have 3 new characters to play with in the game. There is first of all Shiva, which looks a lot better than she used to, and more or less, you know, her gameplay hasn't really changed all that much. It's still a very close quarters combat. You played with her more than
Yeah,
I
I
did.
feel with her. She's a strong character, but yeah, it's not that much things that you can do with her. Again, I did not play her that much, but a few times here and there. But it was cool. Well, almost cool.
Yeah, yeah. Then there is RoboCop, which, to be honest, I'm personally not a big fan of RoboCop, but he looks really cool. There's a lot of cool customization to him, and the only one thing I want to say about him is that his gameplay feels clunky.
Yeah.
It does not feel really smooth, but I guess that's what they're going for. So
I like the way it looks.
yeah,
He looks cool. And
yeah,
but we did not play with him that much.
we did not.
No.
We did not. However, the last one is our favorite. The character
Yep.
we spend the most amount
By
of time
far.
with is Fujin. Fujin looks amazing in the story. He's just a really good character. Just
The movements and his abilities and everything is
yeah.
about him is by far so
oh yeah,
cool.
feels super smooth. He has really cool abilities when he jumps up and just keeps kicking the enemy up in the air. He has a lot of cool things, and if anything, is one of the characters that I really recommend.
Yeah, me too.
Next up, we have a few extra additions that they added with this update, which are Sage Fatalities, Friendship, and new loot.
Yeah.
As far as the Sage Fatalities, we managed to pull off one, but however, that's more or less it, so we're not quite sure if there are any
There's
more.
more now, yeah, that is
We couldn't pull off any
The
others.
friendship, however, it's really fun.
It was it was very
It's
funny.
really
Yeah, we
fun.
enjoyed the friendship very much.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. And of course, if you're a fan of grabbing loot and recustomizing your character, there's much more than that.
Yeah.
And you know, I think there's loot for every character, and of course 3 new ones. So you have a whole lot of stuff to gather from here. Lastly, I want to mention is that there is a new augment rework. Previously, I did not really use the augments all that much.
Yeah.
Didn't feel like that they were effective in any way, you know, a little bit, but apparently there's a new rework for it. For example, before that, we did not have access to the 3rd slot of the augments. However, this time they added something called the Gensei Essence Augments, which can only be socketed in the 3rd slot, but gives more power and changes the gameplay a little bit. However, unfortunately, I did not manage to get any, so I don't know exactly how effective that is. If you have, let me know in the comments. I would love to find out. And also they changed the augments in a way that it's no longer require specific gear to be equipped to, but it still require augment socket type.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's about you play a lot and find them and fiddle with them and figure out whether you like them or not.
Yeah, we will still look into that, and if we find anything, we'll see if we can make a video about it later and explain it further. Unfortunately, we're trying to get this video done, so we haven't quite delved that deep into it. Next up is negatives, and I didn't find any, honestly. I
thought about one thing, by the way. In the crypt, you know, we played the crypt since Mortal Kombat 11, you know, was released, and I found every box there is. But the thing is, they did not add a new map. They did not add any new boxes. They did not play with it. Maybe they were out of time. They were focusing on the game and the story and the characters. But it would be cool if they added a few on the crypt, because I personally like the crypt a lot.
I know. We spent a lot of time in there. We found every nook and cranny in it. But yeah, I agree with you on that. Also, the price for this expansion is $40, which is a bit steep. Usually, you know, expansion would run you about $30. This one is a bit more. However, it does add a good story and bit of content to keep you going, so take this as you will.
I was skeptical about the price, but once we played the game and we finished it, and especially toward the end where all the twists happened and we were so surprised we did not even see it, I believe the $40 is worth it, as far as how they play, how the gameplay, what's the graphics, the characters. They added a lot of stuff, so I think it's worth it, in my opinion. I
do understand what you mean. However, if you have not bought Mortal Kombat 11 up until this point, you're basically coughing $100 for the entire thing, which is a bit much, especially if you want the extra characters. You want to buy the combat pass, which will run you another $10.
Yes.
For us, it was just a $40 payment, well, because we've unlocked everything.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat fans, they won't even care.
Yeah.
If you like the game since the beginning, then it's worth it.
It won't matter. Yeah. Okay. That's more or less it. I'd like to give you an overall thoughts over this expansion. We had a lot of fun playing it. The story had a lot of twists and turns. We won't spoil anything, but there is a big twist at the end that we absolutely went crazy for.
Seriously.
Minds were blown.
If you're a fan of the game, you should just play it and see.
Just for the story, yeah.
It's great.
Great. Anything else?
No, I'm personally, I love that game. I'm still playing it. I enjoy playing it. It's one of my favorites.
Same here.
And it's just hands down the best story I've seen. Hands down.
Yeah, it's just for that end part, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. Anyway, that would be it for now, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. We do all kind of gaming videos on this channel, from reviews, gameplays, news, trailers, and even walkthroughs. We just started on that. So if you enjoy any kind of gaming content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, let us know, communicate back and forth. We will always respond. And stay safe and keep on being awesome.
Bye.